I welcome the storm of protest over the 2021 budget vote in Parliament yesterday, as it is the surest sign that the quest for a new Malaysia is still very much alive. I see the protests in a very positive light. Even my former political secretary, Diana Safia, protested, as well as other DAP leaders, including the DAP Malacca Air Karo Assemblyman Kirk Chi Yi, and the Selangor Sabang Jaya State Assemblywoman Michelle Ng. But there had been a number of misconceptions. There is firstly the misconception that the opposition MPs, apart from those who stood up calling for a division, had succumbed to pressure and voted in support of the 2021 budget. This is not the case. The opposition MPs, including those who stood up calling for a division, all voted against the 2021 budget, but it was by a very loud negative voice vote against, yes voice vote, and not by division, with every MP recording yes or no in the vote. In my media statement of the 21st of November 2020, I said, Members of Parliament have two choices when the 2021 budget comes up for a second reading vote next Thursday, the 26th of November 2020. Firstly, to force a showdown on Thursday whether to accept or reject the 2021 budget, or secondly, to fully explore the avenues available in the parliamentary process, by proposing amendments during the committee stage of the 2021 budget, to the most objectionable provisions like the 85.5 million ringgit revival of Jug SAR, to carry out negative propaganda campaign for the government, and then for a definitive vote to be made, during the third reading of the 2021 budget on December 15, 2020. As the Pakatan Harapan Presidential Council decided on the 25th of November 2020, unanimously to object to the 2021 budget, by calling for a division and voting against it, and this information had been communicated to Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and Shafiq Apdal, both of whom assured the support of Warisan and Pekwang MPs. All opposition MPs from DAP, PKR and AMANAH were prepared to support the call for division and to vote against the 2021 budget yesterday. I was completely in the dark about the last-minute decision by opposition leader, Anwar Ibrahim, not to call for a division, although I could surmise the reasons, among which are firstly, the advice by the Yang Dai Pertuan Agong to MPs to support the 2021 budget, and secondly, the Finance Minister, Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz's winding-up speech, where he announced extra goodies for the budget which have yet to be tested in the committee stage before the third reading of the 2021 budget on December 15. It was also obvious that there were not enough numbers to defeat the 2021 budget, as UMNO MPs have backtracked to give full support for the 2021 budget. But this had never been a factor by DAP and PH MPs in deciding on whether to call for division for individual voting in Parliament. As the Yang Dai Pertuan Agong has urged MPs to support the 2021 budget, in view of the COVID-19 epidemic, it is even more incumbent on opposition MPs to give the Finance Minister more time until the third reading of the supply bill on December 15. To make the necessary amendments and adjustments to make the 2021 budget the unity budget, to unite all Malaysians to tide over the once-in-a-century COVID-19 epidemic. Or will he be stubborn and anti-unity and will refuse to do so? The Finance Minister had engaged with the opposition MPs before the presentation of the budget on November 6, but not after. Will he engage with the opposition MPs before the third reading of the supply bill on December 15? As a result of the COVID-19 epidemic, for 19 days of the November-December meeting, Parliament has been meeting from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is a serious reduction of the daily parliamentary sitting from the usual 6 hours a day to 4 hours a day. This has seriously hampered the role of MPs to hold the government to account and scrutiny, and threatened the smooth and successful functioning of the constitutional doctrine of the separation of powers among the executive, legislature and the judiciary. For the next 12 parliamentary sittings from November 30 to December 17, Parliament should revert to 6-hour daily sitting, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., with recess from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. when the Parliament chamber should be fully sanitized in view of the COVID-19 epidemic. and resumption of the evening meeting of Parliament from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.